Hello there, only One Kenobi here, only one. Let's get this video up and running. And here is the Phantom Menace shelf. Where's your pal? Where's Nute Gunray? Well, he's down on the shelf below. He's one of my 5 figures. No spoiler, well, that is a spoiler. But yeah, I can't wait to do this series. This is the first episode. This is 5 figures that I think should be in the vintage collection. Or, you know, remade, redone, reworked. And then I want to share it with you. It's looking at 2 different things, the figure and also, you know, the card back, because these characters I believe will make great card backs as well. And you know, obviously if they did them in the modern era, they would update it, wouldn't they? I'm still sorting out this room here, so I'm going to figure out how to get everything, you know, I'm still working on that, but still I'm quite happy with how things look. I've just won something on eBay actually. I've just won a TIE fighter. It's not any old fighter, it's a TIE bomber actually. It's the 30th anniversary one, so that will kind of match all these here because it's got nice weathering on it. Got it for a really good deal, man. But more about that another time. So I'm shifting things around here, so it's a bit of a mess. Let's get on with this top 5 Phantom Menace, and there'll be honourable mentions, so you're probably going to see about 10 figures and characters here. I would have done the video earlier, however, I bought a few things on eBay, which I'd like to include. You know, I could have just shown you an image of the characters I'm talking about, but I thought it would be better just to get the figure. So one of them is, I'm not going to tell you, I'm going to wait for the video to roll. But anyway, there's the Phantom Menace shelf there, and let's do this. And here we are. I think I'm going to do this handheld, and here is everything here. So this is the selection of characters, but what is my top 5 and what's honourable? Well, I'm just going to go in on stuff and show you it, but together actually they look quite nice. Previous times I've done videos like this, I've not had the stuff in shop, but whatever, let's just try it this way around. The first choice of mine was Captain Panaka. I just think that, I don't know, maybe he appears in a comic pack, but this is the figure that I've just acquired actually off eBay. It's one that's, you know, you've got that kind of like list of figures of stuff that you should have. Well, he's on there. You know, I've been collecting Phantom Menace stuff randomly. I do like this line of figures from 1999, but for whatever reason, I never had him. But he's a key character, and I think the actor who plays him, you know, he looks good in the film. He'd make a good card back, I think, as well. But this figure needs an update. The reason I have these guys in the background is because this is an underrated figure. This such a peg warmer, but brilliant. If they could make the Panaka figure like this guy, maybe even Panaka maybe did he have the same texture as these regular guards? I don't know, but you know, it could be a great figure and a great card back. And look at the head swapping I've done there. I've talked about this before. This Naboo, not only he said pilot then, the Royal Guard is a brilliant head swapper. This is a head of a clone figure. I can't remember where I got it, some dodgy one from China, but that, you know, I've got a few different head swaps of him. He actually swaps quite well with the Imperial Navy Commander as well. But that's my first one, Panaka. Get that done, and also show you this new figure I acquired from eBay. Number 2 would be my man Nute Gunray, because, well, you know that already from the introduction, but Nute Gunray, they're no match for the cars. Anyway, show close the blast doors. Anyway, I'll stop impersonating Nute Gunray now and talk about him. Firstly, admire how good that figure is from 1999. Look at that. I think I got this loose secondhand a few years ago now, so I've never opened him off card, but which is a bit of a regret, really. It's nice to know you've opened something firsthand, but still, that's a great figure, and I love the species. And they did have, of course, the other fella. What was his name now? Dolte Define, however you want to pronounce it, but I just think that this guy could do some, I mean, modern update, but they did Dolte Define so well. I wish I brought him down now. He's up there. He's right up there. But they did a lovely mix of soft and hard goods with that figure, and I think he would have looked even equally spectacular. There he is, he's back in focus. But that's him. He would be my number 2. Number 3, Sebulba. I've talked about Sebulba before. I did a series called the Vintage Collection Wishlist series. And he is just, you know, given they gave you so many pod races in the Vintage Collection number 1, where's Sebulba? He's needed. Plus, imagine him fully articulated. If you take this off, you can see how good the figure was anyway that they did do for him. You can see the features and stuff there. So it's a great figure, but imagine that with some TVC love. That would be amazing, wouldn't it? Such a character. Pack him in with a droid, a pit droid, or even maybe an Ula style dancer. He hangs around with them, doesn't he? What's the species called again? I've forgotten. But they're kind of kinky, hanging out with him, massaging him before the race. I do like Suburba a lot. And as you saw before, this guy is just such a great character, and cardback wise, I think it's really more for the cardback with him than anything else, because small figures are such a pain in the ass. You get skimped on the plastic, do you not? So if they pack him in with something, he could deserve a pit droid as well, or something, or even a floating stand or something. They could really do it, and they can give you all the accessories from maybe the other film. Maybe that wouldn't make sense with continuity. If they're going to put it on a Phantom Menace card, as they should, then you just want him with the Phantom Menace accessories. But I'm just sort of thinking aloud here, freestyling as I film this. But look at this figure as well. This is great. This is 22 years old. Well, it will be 22 years. 21 right now. Is it? Hang on a minute. Am I getting my maths right there? No, it is 22 years. Yeah, he is a great figure as he stands there, but, you know, they could do something with that, you know, more joint articulation. The wings could maybe flap or something. I don't know, man, but still, that is my top 5. Is it my top 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. The 5th one, you're probably going to go, what the hell? But, you know, I really like 9, and I just think that it would be... This is getting awkward now. I really want to put him in my top 5. Look at this other stuff here. All these are honourable mentions, and they could be swappable with 9. These guys are definite. Defo. This guy, I don't know, but I just want to talk about it really, because the 9 character, I think, would make a good cardback. Ceasefire! You know, you see him, and he's like the chief. He's the main battle droid. But I want to talk to you about this one. Oh, hang on. What's going on with the lighting? This is a beautiful battle droid. Now, let's admire how good the sculpting is of this battle droid from the vintage collection, but it's questionable if they've got the scale right. I remember these things looking massive, especially alongside Steven Spielberg and George Lucas. If you have seen the backstage or the extra documentary called The Beginning, actually, the behind the scenes documentary of the Phantom Menace, these things are really tall and they look powerful, and I think that they nailed it. Not necessarily with this guy and his friends from the 1999 line. They look a little bit goofy, and the stance of them is awkward. This guy looks ready for action, and these are the ones, the red ones are from the introduction sequence as well. Check it out, Corporal. Roger. And I remember buying this in Forbidden Planet in London in about 2004, and I was made up when I saw it. I thought, wow, that's better than what they used to have. But I'm just showing you this because I think that should be the correct scaling for the battle droid and proportion of him. But I want him yellow like 9, and I want him weathered and blah like these guys. But they've gone backwards with the battle droid, because the newest one, you can't even stand him up. I think I've finally found the sweet spot for him, but he's just awful. He's got no power. He just falls down. He just, like, he melts in room temperature. There's my top 5. Here are the others. Now, this guy is Rick Ollie. This is my first honourable mention, and really, you know, I'm thinking now maybe I should have put him in my top 5. The bottom line with Rick Ollie is, right, you should have got him already. Here is a vintage collection figure. It is the Naboo pilot, and he looks great. Look at all those accessories you get with him as well. Lovely cardback. I like his cardback a lot. But Rick Ollie, right, what they did with Rick Ollie was, around that time they had a line called the Discover the Force line, and what they did was they gave you the body of this figure, which was in the vintage collection already, and they put a head on it of Rick Ollie, but they put it in that stupid line with the 3D glasses. They could have, and should have, Hasbro, put that figure, which is basically him with a head swap, in the vintage collection, and then you would have just had another TVC card, and rightly so, because Ralph Brown is such a character. We didn't hit it! Whatever he says, or you catch on quick, when he's teaching Anakin the controls of the the inside of the Royal Starship. But that still looks like Ralph Brown. But look at that. That's basically, it's a fusion of that and that. And I just think it would be a good figure, although it would look just like him pretty much, except for the head. And it would be an awesome cardback for him. So it's more about that. I thought I'd mention him, C-3PO, because I think it's ridiculous that Anakin is his creator. It didn't have to happen. You know, it's the whole thing of everything having to interlink. Well, that's one that they didn't really need to do, isn't it? But I just think that that figure is terrible. But they could have made a really good looking figure if they did it like IG-88. And he's over there. Sorry, should I go and get him? Hang on a second. All right, here we go. We're here now. So there, look at this figure. Look at the intricate detail of him. I haven't got the IG-11 yet. This is IG-88, sorry. I'm looking forward to IG-11, but this is a great figure. This goes all the way back to 2006. Multiple articulations, beautiful sculpting. I just think that he would look good if he was done like that. But then again, do we really want 3PO from the Phantom Menace? The only other argument I can give for him would be that it would be quite an interesting cardback. And I just would be really interested to see what that figure would be like, done immensely like that. Stood with an R2 as well. I don't know. It was just an idea. It's something different. But yeah, I think there's probably other characters that you're going to put in the comments, which is going to make me squirm and wince at the idea of choosing him. But anyway, I don't know. Maybe you like that idea. But speaking of droids, and this one maybe you won't argue with, is TC-14. But I would be very demanding in the fact that I would like, very specifically, I would like back metal. Now, the question always comes up about if they can do it even, or if they will do it. We are getting back metal with the Razor Crest, as you know. What's she carrying on that tray, man? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Is it a Tiern or something else? Can you see me? You can see me there. Hello there. Just about. So this is quite a nice figure, except for the fact the face is not so good. That's an older face of 3PO, that from the Power of the Force 2. They've crossed over, but no matter. It's still beautiful to see silver back metal like that. But I just think that that would be a good card back. I like TC-14, seeing what 3PO looked, or seeing him from his correct environment as a butler and a servant and a translator and a etiquette and protocol, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, but if I had my choice in an ideal world, if they were to give me a TC-14, I'd want, with no question, back metal. I wouldn't want a silver sprayed thing. No way. And I think my other item, have I done 5 honorable mentions now? 1, 2, 3, 4 would be the Droidecar. Right, it looks like I need another figure or character to choose. But firstly, let's talk about the Droidecars. They're no match for Droidecars. And I'll tell you something. If there's ever a droid in the whole forget that, prequel films that are a danger to anybody, it's these. These have to be the most, dangerous and deadly droids they have. The super battle droids seem pretty tough, but these guys with their shields and their multiple fire, it seem unstoppable. This is a figure that got donated to me recently by Lau. I love the finish of this. I am going to do a video of figures that look good facing away, and this will be on my list, because look at that. You can really see that. It looks like, kind of like RoboCop 2. He had a kind of like carbonized kind of spray kind of look to him. I like that. Rainbowish, you know what I mean? You watch RoboCop 2, directed by Evan Kirshner. The armor of RoboCop has a very specific look, and it reminds me of this. That looks a really good figure from that. Anyway, face on, it's alright. My eyes are a bit... And then this one here, I can't remember which one came from that. From 1999, but this might be the one. It's got... Yeah, that's got battle armor damage, battle damage or whatever. So there is that. I need another one though, don't I? I need to choose someone else, so bear with me. Yeah, I do need another one. So let's have a look at the shelves. It gives you a chance to have a look at what is going on here. Ah, thank God for him. Yes. Brilliant. I've just remembered who it was, and I'm glad I've not forgotten him. Although Boss Nass, yeah, no, I do want him in my honourable mentions list. The reason I don't want him in my main list is because we've had him twice, one way or another. This figure has had a couple of releases. So in terms of loose figure collectability, you don't need him. I decided to go with the 1999 version. Well, I had no choice, actually. My mate Mike sent me that. But I did want this one anyway, because it matches the year of my majority of my Phantom Menace stuff. Obviously not the modern stuff, but there's another one where he looks bigger, the figure, and he's smiling. I wouldn't mind getting my hands on it, but I just think that he's a key character and he would make a good card back. what's the deal? What do you think? Do you like my list, firstly? But, you know, what are the chances of getting this stuff? I mean, the thing that really does half break your heart is the fact that they're giving you him again. I mean, who asked for him? Nobody. And you can get the first one still affordably on the secondary market. So, come on, Hasbro, you know, do us a favour and give us something a little bit different, you know? But anyway, Phantom Menace, who knows, man? Maybe one day you'll get some of this stuff, but it's not very likely, it feels. But still, on that note, thank you for watching. Do let me know if the characters you have seen today you've enjoyed. And if there's anything I've missed, please do let me know. I've based that largely on what I own. But, you know, if there's something you think would be better, let me know in the comments your top 5. And that'd be awesome to read. Thank you for watching. Please do check out the next video, which will be Attack of the Clones. Subscribe if you are new. This has been Only One Kenobi. Only one.